was all prepared to talk to you about your thoughts about hanging him up, and now I'm hearing that we don't want to talk about that right this second, do you?
Yeah, it's not really on my mind, to be honest. I'm focused on Saturday. Again, I'll revisit that next week over the holidays with the family and friends, and we'll figure everything out then.
When you did kind of announce it, though, what sort of motivated that thinking and that announcement?
I'll tell you,
was it just something you did in the moment? You just had an
it was kind of a moment thing, but at the same time, it's something I've been feeling for a long time. But I think a huge part of it is that I'm scared of retirement, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I never gave myself a plan B. I never gave myself a way out, and that kind of motivates me to say, you know, I can't be afraid of something. Like, it could end any day. You know what I mean? I could tear an ACL or, you know, have a heart attack. I mean, you don't know, right? So, you know, I've never been one to back down from things I fear. So, and that's probably the biggest fear right now is retirement. So, yeah. So, like, I took about a year off now since my last fight, and that was kind of my idea. Was like, let's figure out what I could do. What could my plan B be? And I didn't figure it out. So, I think what I realized was I have to really commit to it, because I never figured it out because I did not make a full commitment. I said, so yeah, like, see what else is out there, whatever. I think the only way to really accomplish something is to go full on and not give yourself a backup plan. Whether I retire after this fight or in 10 years, whatever, I'm gonna be coaching, running a gym, doing those kinds of things. So I got to be around the sport. I want to be in the trenches on the mat, sweating and bleeding with guys every day. That's the most beautiful part of this sport, man, is the daily grind with the guys. The fight is awesome when you come out and perform and everything, and but really just being in there on the mats every day is what we love so much about it.
Yeah. As you look back on your career, if this was to be the last one, what are some of the things you think you'll remember most and sort of take away from everything that you've been a part of?
Experiences like this year, hanging with the fans and giving back to them and giving them a treat, and that's why I come down, try to shake people's hands and stuff, be personal with them, because I was in that position at one point in my life and looking up to guys like Rich Franklin and Randy Couture, and Rich was a big influence on me, because the first day I ever went to his gym, he treated me like a normal person, and you don't expect that from a star, especially like the star he was back in that day. So I try to be the same way, and I try to hold myself to a high standard of integrity and be cool to everybody, man. Yeah, I think we all know what Diego brings to the table. He's going to bring tenacity, and he's going to bring a good cardio game, an underrated grappling game, and he's not going to back down generally. We'll see if he backs down after I punch him in his face. So the only thing on my mind is performing. I got to get in there, and when I perform at my best, I mean, I think I don't feel like I've ever truly performed my best, but I think you guys have seen me perform at some of my highest potential, and I mean, you guys see what I can do, man. And it's not, the past few fights have not been indicative of what I can actually do.
And so then how much do those past few fights motivate you going into this one to be able to kind of put an exclamation point on things and say, you know what, the real Matt Brown is back?
Yeah, I get you. But to be honest, I mean, I try to just kind of put it out of my mind. Like, I'm approaching this fight like I've never fought before, and I'm never going to fight again. This is just November 11th. It's the only thing on my mind, and I don't have anything else that's affecting my mental state at all.